Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play TerraFirmaCraft. My name is Cilantro. This episode I have some very specific goals in mind. Now that I have obtained well, I do have some flux on me. Now that I've obtained flux, there's two things I want to do. I want to build a workshop. Probably just going to lay out the floor plan and eventually rebuild the walls. So I just want to get that at least done so I know what the layout's going to look like. The workshop is going to have a forge, an anvil, some coal storage, and areas for pit kilns. The reason I got some smooth dolomite is to sort of contrast and accent the rock salt, since they're both kind of a pinkish hue. I figured it'd be kind of cool to have them sort of right next to each other and looking kind of nice. Secondly, I wanted to make some leather. So I did a little bit of research, and I think I have this figured out. Let me go grab the hides that I already have. Oh no, I have them on me. I'm an idiot. Past me was prepared, present me was unaware that I was prepared. So there's a bunch of different stages to making leather. You have lime water, a barrel of lime water, which I went ahead and prepared. You have a barrel of fresh water, and then you need a barrel of tannin, which is currently being made. And I don't recall the order, but basically what you have to do is you have to soak it in one of them. I believe you soak it in the lime water first. Let's try it. Okay. So yeah, once it's finished soaking in the lime water, you grab it and you scrape it. You scrape everything off of it. And then I think once you have the scraped hide, then you have to wash off the lime water with fresh water, and then you have to soak it in tannin, and then I believe that finishes making the leather. So it's quite a process, and eventually I will have a leather making area, and actually I need a log to be able to scrape things against too. It's quite involved, but once it's done, I'll finally have leather that I can then use to cut out and finally get some armor. Finally. Secondly, I do want to come over here and definitely get my workshop started. It's probably going to be somewhere around right here. I'll just clear out some of this area and build it here. Hopefully I'll be able to etch out a good floor plan for that, because I want to be able to expand it as well. So I want it to be a little bit modular if I can't help it. But we'll have to figure that out. In the meantime, I'm gonna go explore for a little bit, because spring is actually already, underway. We've already had a couple of months of spring. I guess March was early spring. Now we're just in plain spring. So I want to go see if any crops have regrown, including the soybeans. I don't know what time of year that they do, but I'll be back after a quick exploration and we'll build our workshop. Alright, so I went exploring. Unfortunately, I didn't really find much of anything. I did look for quite some time, and at least on my original island didn't see anything. So I'm still not 100% certain if you actually can find material after you've explored a place, if it will grow again. It'd be nice, because otherwise I'm going to have to explore into new territory to try to find things, considering that I had explored a lot of places in winter. See some skeletons over there, a little worried about that, and a creeper. Oh, there's a lot of monsters around here. Hopefully I'll be able to wear down the spawn rate here soon. But I'm trying to clear this out as much as I can to get enough room to build the workshop that I want. I have a very particular idea for the plan for how it's gonna... Wow. I didn't even try. Is there like an attack stat that improves? Doesn't seem like it. Although I do have higher level butchering now from all the fishing that I have been doing. Which I believe I did most of it off camera, but I did get some more fishing done, so I could have some variety in my food, which helps a little bit. All right, so this looks about right. So we're gonna have a 5x5 area using the smooth dolomite. I want to have it recessed in. I think I do. So we're gonna make ourselves a little 5x5 area. Dolomite, 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 dolomite. And then we're going to have this up like this. And this right here is going to be 4 pit kilns and a forge. It should work. It should actually be acceptable. And we're going to have a gap. And then in here, in this little area, we're going to have an anvil. Which will be right there, which actually I can't make one out of this. I believe I need specific types of rock. So let me try doing that. And then plenty of rock salt still, so that's good. Build all that up, and I guess I need to fill this in with some dirt. There we go. And then over here, I'm going to have storage for coal, rocks. Or I guess I don't really need rocks over here. I need coal, I need wood, and I need thatch. And of course, just general storage. I'll probably have a chest or two here as well. And so this will be my workshop for now. Actually, let me extend this a little bit even. So I can have sort of a little way over here. Probably should actually have. You know what? Let's extend it even more. We're gonna do that because I want to put a barrel of water here as well, which is where my so I can quench any metals that I am currently working with. So we have a gap. And then this, like I said, I don't have the materials to build the walls right now, and I think it's more important that I progress. This will eventually have all that sort of stuff done, but now I need to go grab some blocks. So I believe I do have nearby one of the rocks that I can use for an anvil. I need to make a hammerhead as well. See if I can remember what a hammerhead looks like. Is it? It's like this. Okay, good. Hammerhead. And there we go. Because you need a hammer in order to make an anvil. And I believe these rocks are acceptable for creating an anvil. So let me chisel this out here. It can't be a smooth stone. It has to be a regular stone. So I need to do the other method that I had done before, which is to dig around it and under it so it pops off, and then there we go. So now I have I think this is gabbro stone block. It has to be of the igneous variety, igneous intrusive or igneous extrusive, which they don't actually, I believe, have. Yeah, they don't seem to have information on whether on what type it is, as far as that's concerned. But I believe this should work. If I know what I'm doing here, I'm going to head over here. I'm going to place it on that. And then I believe I right-click on it with a hammer. And there we go. So now I have an anvil with a very awkwardly placed hammer above it. So, hooray! Now I have a new technology to actually learn about. Let me go grab some wood here. And I will make a barrel. We'll get that filled up with water, of course. There's actually another thing I wanted to try as well. Oh, draw distance is being a little weird. I want to make this out of white cedar because it's nice. So let's do that. Saw up some more planks. Make a barrel. This is just gonna be for quenching various things. So let me try this out here. So we have our barrel. Let me place this down near the water. Bam. And my water jug, which I can just use to fill this. Should be full here in just a moment. There we go. Okay, so it's full of fresh water. So if I were to just mine this or destroy it, let me just try this here. I get it, but it is just the barrel. However, if I read this correctly, let me fill it up. Fill. There we go. I believe that if I seal it, then it becomes a sealed. Ah, yes. You can see it's on my back now. Can I actually see it? Huh! I can actually see it. That's kind of cool. Look at that. So now I have a sealed barrel on me. and I can actually haul that filled with its liquid and drop it off here. That's pretty cool. So how do I actually... Okay, there we go. Ah, overburdened. So I guess I have to put it back on my back, which is kind of an awkward spot for my back slot, but there we go. And now I can unseal it. And now I have, even though you can't really see it, I have a barrel full of water for quenching anything after I have finished doing what I need to do with it. Excellent. Let me go grab some coal and the wood, and we'll get this all stockpiled up here as well. I wanted to try to do this most of this episode in just one go, just one quick take, just to vary it up a little bit. And this is a pretty true and genuine experience that I'm going through here. A lot of this I really have no idea how a lot of this works here. So what you're seeing is literally my first impression in terms of how everything works. Also, I do need a chest for storing things other than the coal and wood that I'm going to be using. I don't want to burn willow. I want to burn white cedar for my pit kilns. So we're going to, we're going to grab white cedar as much as I can. This will be used up in my pit kilns. Eventually I want to build like a lumber yard where I have not only the storage for my wood, but also the also like a tree farm of some sorts. So there we go. And I'm going to need the thatch that I have, which I'm actually running a little low on. I don't have a whole lot, so I'm going to have to go harvesting some thatch at some point. Because I do also need this as well for the firing of ingots and whatnot. So let me head over here. Actually, you know what? Let's expand this, and I'll put some storage back here as well. Clear this all out. Some smooth rock salt, and I will hang my tools over in this area as well once I've got the walls done. I really want the functionality to come first here, just to have it at least usable. So thatching, and we'll just put a single chest here for now. Actually, let's cut up some more. Make some more chests. So I'm going to need quite a few of them. There we go. So we'll do that, and then over here we'll put that there. And then let me... That is not the button I wanted to use. I need to shift click it. There we go. Have our wood all stacked up here, and then can I do the same with coal? Interesting. So coal doesn't actually serve the same purpose as charcoal. That is interesting. So I guess I can't use... I can probably use coal for fuel for a fire, but I don't think I can actually use it for creating a forge. So let me go see if I actually am going to need to make some more charcoal. I have some left. I don't have a ton, but I do have some. In one of these. Okay, so I have enough for a forge. Good. Good. Otherwise I would be a little strapped there. Ow. Let me get this all piled up here in and make the forge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I believe if I light it, it turns into a forge, which I don't really necessarily need to do right now. I'm going to stack up the rest of the charcoal there, and we'll put the rest of the coal in here that we'd mined up. And I'm going to need to fire a bunch of things. I also need to move all of my smelting supplies over in this direction as well. So let me get some of that stuff done. I'd like to at least get some forging and welding done today, so I will be right back. All right, so I went out and harvested a bunch of clay and straw. Compressed it into thatch and placed it in here for now. So the clay, I need to make a bunch of ingot molds, because I actually need ingots now after my adventures of ingoting before, which didn't turn out too well. I believe the recipe is that. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to fire a bunch of these. I need, I believe, a total of 14 ingots in order to make a copper anvil. So let me... I'm just going to do a full set of these. Just going to fire a full set of these. So I believe I can fit 16 of them. So let me get this all taken care of. There we go. There's 16. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. And there as well. And fill them up with straw. There we go. Oh, couldn't see them for a second there. A little worried that I misplaced them. All filled up with straw. Let's get the logs all ready here. There we go. And give them a light. Come on. Oh, popped one of the logs out. So I'm going to light these all up, and I'll be back when I've got some ingot molds. Alright, all the pit kilns have finished. So let me grab all the molds here. There we go. Excellent. I've been taking the time to try to get my... okay, I'll let you them good. To get my copper ready for smelting, I'm going to do 4, and actually I'll finish this off on camera here. Let me go grab another empty ceramic vessel. I'm gonna melt 4 vessels worth of copper. It's not gonna be entirely full. If you guys recall, I had a while back found that you can store excess amounts solidified in a vessel and then melt them down later. That is exactly what I'm gonna do. There's my vessels. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I have 15 units of copper right here. And the rich material, if I could, where'd my other one go? There it is, rich tetrahedrite. Let me get this all sorted out there. It's my food one. Okay. The rich material is 35 units. So I have 35 and these two, which are 15. So that's 50. And then I have enough for 4 ingots here, 400, 800, 1200, and 50 so far. So I need another 2 to offset that. So that's 1300. I have enough for 18 ingots, so I might as well just do that. So there's a 1700 and 1800. Should be the right amount. So that's 4 ingots, 5 ingots, 5.5, 6, 7. Wait, let me try this again. Okay. 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, right? Half of one, and then the other half. So that should be 18 ingots worth, and I have 18 molds. At worst, I just did the math wrong, and I'll have a little bit of excess, and whatever. It's not really a huge deal, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Pretty sure that's all 18. So let me head these, take these over here, drop them in one of the pit kilns, and we'll get this ready to be lit. Where's my... I don't have any on me. Let's grab some thatch. Gonna need a couple more logs from the pile as well. Break this down into straw. Bam, 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 bam. Logs. And the fire starter. There we go. Let's get this started. Bam. Okay. So, in just a little while, we will have ourselves a bunch of ingots. Alright, while we're waiting for that pit kiln to finish, I figured I'd go over here and check on my leather, which it looks like it is done. So, I can take this out. Now, I can't remember if I have to scrape it first, or if I have to... Okay, so I believe I have to scrape it first. So let me look up how you scrape leather, and I'll be back. Alright, so in order to scrape hide, you need a log that has been placed on its side. So we'll just do that real quick. Grab my axe and take care of this. And now I believe you right-click to place the hide on the leather and then scrape it. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you actually do the whole thing. Look at that. It's kind of neat. Looks like you need to do it on every single... There we go. Aha! Medium scraped hide. That's kind of neat. Oh. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, food preparation thing. Right. I don't want the food preparation thing, though. I want to be able to scrape more hides. So let me try replacing this again. I had forgot about that. I'm gonna have to set up one of those because I know you can. I know you can sort of make make one of those for your kitchen. I had something I haven't messed around with. You can make like salads and stuff like that. Something I'll definitely have to do. I think I accidentally did that because of the knife there. Still cooking. There we go. 2 scraped hides. Still going. And we'll scrape this last one here. Such an intricate process. There we go. Okay, so with 3 scraped hides, I should be able to take these and soak them, and then that will clean them, and then I need to seal them in the tannin, and the process will finally be done. So let me head over here. Looks like the soybeans are getting close to being finished as well. So now I seal them in here. There we go. Medium prepared hides. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And this should very soon be finishing up, and I'll be able to fill all my ingots. All right. They've all finished. So let's hopefully get to do this correctly. 550 units there. 1,235 units there. All right. So that one's taken care of. Gotta hurry. Uh-oh. Wait, what happened? I feel like one of the ingot molds just disappeared on me. That's a little weird. So hopefully I didn't just waste some. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how this whole liquid thing works. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's still in that. I bet you it's still in that container, is what it is. Well, at least these don't stack, so it's a good thing that I cleared my inventory out. Not exactly sure how long these will actually last either. Okay. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Filling them all up. I need to make sure that I use the same partially filled ingot container for each of these to make sure I don't accidentally half fill 2 of them. Yeah, you can see they're already starting to cool a little bit. I may have dedicated too much to this process here. Okay, so let's see here. That's my food. Liquid copper, liquid. Okay, 5 units, 550 units, 35 units. So did I not fill? I must have lost some somewhere. Yeah, I must have messed that up. I think probably by dropping out of it, I accidentally lost one of my objects for that. Is it just me, or does it seem like it's filling more slowly as well? Yeah, I feel like I lost one of my molds. That's alright, though. It's not really a huge deal. We'll still be able to melt the rest of these down. Okay, so I have 50... Yeah, so I lost 10 units of copper from a pretty simple mistake. No big deal. Other than that, it looks like everything was a pretty good success there. So let me... Can I pop these off yet? No, I have to wait for them all to cool. You can see bright red, orange, white liquid. I need to make sure. I need to let them solidify now is what I need to do. So let me put these away. Drop off the now melting containers. Can I actually just quench these? I can. Good. So we'll just do that. We'll just quench each of them. I'm going to have to, once they've formed into an ingot, then I'm going to have to actually reheat them in the forge. But in the meantime, I can at least quench each of these. All nice and taken care of. It does seem to use a little bit of water, but that's not a big deal. I've got plenty of it. And then I need to reheat them all to welding temperature and then weld them. Weld them together. Okay. Did all that. And bright red. I believe that's the last one. Cool. So, hey, we might actually get some of the molds back too, which is nice. Some of them. That's good. That is good. Actually, I can probably, if these are still liquid, I can probably start filling. Let me try this out here. These are still liquid. So let me try this again. Hopefully doing it right this time. So fill with 35 units. There we go. You fill with 5 units. There we go. And you fill with 50 units. I'll be a little shy, but I might be able to finish filling that. I may have to heat it, but I might be able to actually finish filling that. We'll see. It's all part of the experimentation. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not a big deal. At this point, now that I have plenty of copper, I'm willing to risk a little bit of it. So, okay, so now I've got these. I need to fire up the forge, and oh crap! So I did actually have some. It was there. I just didn't see it. Well, now I have 2 unfinished. Can I do this in reverse somehow? Maybe not. All right. Well, I'll figure out what I can do. I guess I just dropped it out. You can see that they're now starting to liquidate. So, yeah, give me one moment. We'll try to figure out if we can salvage these. All right. We lit the forge. Let's see if I can put these in here and get them to melt out into, are they cooling? I think they might be cooling. No, they're, it's hard to tell. Bright red. Yeah, they seem to still be cooling, so these may not be salvageable. But either way, now what we can do is we have our forge nicely heating up, is we can start heating up ingots. And once they've become fully heated up, they will be weldable, they'll become workable, and then they'll eventually become weldable. And once they're weldable, I'll be able to weld them together to make double ingots, and then I'll be able to weld or make those into a copper anvil. So we can start finally progressing. We're going to be getting towards iron already, actually, because we have enough bronze probably to make a bronze anvil as well. So we're running a little low on time in this episode, so I'm just going to fast forward to where these become weldable, and I'll show you the welding process. All right, I have 2 ingots that are at the can weld phase, and they have cooled to where they can't be welded. Let's put them back in here and heat them up a little bit more. I guess they had cooled just barely enough to the point where they came out of that phase. Let's try this again. Can weld. There's a pretty big window, so it's not like it's not like they're gonna melt out all of a sudden and I'll be in some, I'll be in trouble or anything. All right, that should be orange. Let's get this one to orange as well. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Can weld. Can weld. Weld. Copper double ingot is done, or at least we got one of them. So that's good. All right, so I'm just gonna process the rest of these into double ingots, or at least 7 of them, and we're gonna make ourselves an anvil. Okay, 7 double ingots done. So if I've done everything right, this should make me a copper anvil. Okay, which is apparently pretty damn heavy, unsurprisingly. Let's take these objects off here. Get rid of this bad boy. And bam! Copper anvil get. Excellent. Technological process is happening. So one thing I was thinking about doing as well, I was originally going to use my leather for armor, but I have I could always go out and kill more monsters, but at this point I would actually rather use the leather for other things. For example, you can make a bellows, which makes the process of melting things in the forge a lot faster, which could be quite handy. And I'll have to look into a few other things here as well. And actually, let me just go check my leather real quick to see if it's ready to be moved on into the next phase. But that's really all the time that I have for this episode of Let's Play TerraFirmaCraft. Thank you guys so much for watching. Are you ready? Medium prepared hide. Unseal. I will take that. And let's unseal the tannin. Seal it. We're gonna have leather. All right. See you next time, guys.